There's an S-Corp election that lets a YouTube creator earning $150,000 a year legally keep an extra $17,000 every single year. And your accountant, your bank, and every personal finance class you ever sat through will never tell you it exists. Because the tax code wasn't written for people like you. It was written for people who already knew. Here's what nobody explains when you start making money on YouTube. The moment your channel pays you even a few $100s a month, the IRS classifies that as self-employment income. And self-employment tax is brutal. It's 15.3% off the top before you even touch federal income tax. A W-2 employee splits that rate with their employer. But you pay every cent yourself. Most creators just accept it. They file a Schedule C, write the check, and move on. They don't know there's another option. The strategy is called an S-corporation election, making your YouTube business an S-corp for tax purposes. Now, before you tune out, this isn't complicated corporate legal machinery. It's a one-page form you file with the IRS called Form 2553, takes about 20 minutes. What it does is change how your income gets classified. Instead of all your YouTube revenue being self-employment income, subject to that full 15.3%, you split it into two buckets. A reasonable salary you pay yourself, and distributions. The salary gets hit with self-employment tax. The distributions don't. And here's where it gets interesting. You have significant say in what reasonable looks like. That one decision is worth thousands of dollars a year. Let's run the actual numbers. Your channel pulls in $150,000 this year. As a sole proprietor, which is what most creators are by default, you owe self-employment tax on all of it. That's roughly $21,000 right out of the gate, before federal income tax touches a dollar. Now same creator, same $150,000, but they've made the S-Corp election. They pay themselves a reasonable salary of $60,000. They take the remaining $90,000 as a distribution. Self-employment tax on the $60,000 salary, about $8,500. On the $90,000 distribution, $0. Total self-employment tax, $8,500 instead of $21,000. That's $12,500 back in your pocket. Scale to $200,000 in revenue, structure it correctly, and you're looking at $17,000 or more saved legally every single year. That's a car payment. That's a vacation. That's maxing a Roth IRA with money left over. And the mechanic that makes it work isn't a loophole buried in the shadows. It's a feature of the tax code, one the IRS explicitly allows, one your fellow creators are almost certainly not using. Wealthy business owners have run this play for decades. Doctors, consultants, real estate investors. Any high earner with pass-through income has known about S-Corp elections since the 90s. The difference is nobody told YouTube creators they qualify too. Because you're not a business in the traditional sense, you're a person with a camera and a channel. That framing costs you thousands every April. TurboTax won't flag it. YouTube won't mention it. The financial literacy they handed you in school, if they handed you anything at all, was how to balance a checkbook, not how to restructure your business entity to legally redirect 5 figures away from the IRS. That gap isn't an accident. Now here's the part they always skip. This is completely legal. The IRS does require your salary be reasonable. You can't pay yourself $1 and take everything as distributions. If your channel earns $150,000 and you're the one filming, editing, and managing sponsors, a reasonable salary is probably $50,000 to $70,000. Go too low and the IRS flags it. Go reasonable and you're protected. There are also setup costs, a registered agent, payroll software, a separate business tax return. Budget around $1,500 to $2,000 a year in overhead. Against $12,000 in savings, that math solves itself in the first month. The S-Corp election is one tool, but here's the question that should be keeping you up tonight. What do you do with the $12,000 you just kept? Because if you route that money into a solo 401k, which you now qualify for as a business owner, you can shelter up to $70,000 a year from federal income tax on top of what you already saved. 2 moves, legal, available to any creator who bothers to ask. The system wasn't built to help you find this. It was built to be invisible to you. But the rules are the same for everyone who reads them. That's the next file.